Hey guys, it's Kaylee and Joe, and we are going thrifting today. I'm going to take you guys along with me, see what kind of goodies we can find. Any guesses today on if somebody thinks you're famous or not?
It might happen, I don't know. I usually get Ryan Reynolds once a week.
Who did you get yesterday? Some guy thought you looked just like...
Ethan Hawke, which I like better than Ryan Reynolds.
Let me get a... look at me straight at the camera. Let's compare. What do you guys think? So I'm actually like slightly nervous sourcing because I haven't actually been sourcing in a very, very long time. I have been heavily focusing on wholesale just because we've had, starting the group, new hires coming in, all that stuff, and I've spent a ton of time at the office, but I'm back at it, and honestly, I'm getting kind of a little bit of anxiety being like around people again in the hustle of it all. So I'm just kind of like easing into it and going to some stores I know aren't super crazy, and I'm sure after like a week or so I'll be fine. But first time back in, I mean, I've popped into a couple, but nothing like actually trying to source. We're doing it today. We're doing the whole sourcing gambit. And walked in, first thing I found was this. Immediately caught my eye, trying to focus on spring and summer items. This looked very Lily Pulitzer-esque to me. I did a Google Lens because there's like no branding or anything, and it looks like it is either Lily Pulitzer or it is Tommy Bahama, and the only way that I'm going to be able to find out is by searching that RN number right there. So I'm going to do that with you guys in case you don't know how to do that. Quick tip. Sorry, I was researching some Google Trend stuff earlier. Okay, so we're going to just type RN, and then I'm just going to literally type that number. Someone in the Resellers Edge group, one of the students mentioned a website that you can use to look stuff up. So if this doesn't work, which this normally does for me, then I will try to use that website. But usually this is just what I do. And then I scroll down and see if it worked. I think I need to actually go on and use that website to figure out the RN number of this. I actually also just realized that down here it looks like this might be the brand, so it's kind of like a generic brand. So I'm gonna put this back, but anytime I see anything that looks like Lily Pulitzer, you guys know I'm looking it up. I'm completely out of my routine, you guys. Do I look at shoes first? Do I look at dresses? I don't know. I decided I'm gonna look at shoes because I feel like shoes is pretty easy right now because I can eliminate all of the boots since I'm looking for spring and summer. There's really only a few things I really look for, which are high quality leathers for like sandals, hiking gear. Like this kind of caught my eye because it's UGG, but it's a leather loafer. They want 20 bucks for it. Going out of season, that's a no. This is also something I would have looked at. A pair of Clark's leather little booties. It's kind of something I pick up all winter long. However, I'm putting it back because, again, spring and summer. Also looking for like sneakers, athletic wear stuff would be good. I thought this brand might be good because it looked like a wool shoe, but I don't know. This brand looks like a cheapy one. This might be a good find. Vionic sneakers. Pretty decent brand. They want 20 bucks though, so I'm not sure about that. I feel like 20 bucks is pretty expensive, but let's see. I'm just gonna do a lens. It's one of the great things about shoes. You can look up styles of pretty much any shoe. Vionic women's walker sneakers. Zuri blue walking shoes. So walker sneakers or Zuri. Let's see. This does not look like the correct style, so I'm just going to switch to walking sneakers. Oops. I don't really feel like I need to drill down any further than that on like size until I figure out how well the sneakers themselves are selling. Yeah, it's only like a 25% sell-through rate, and a lot of them are not going for enough that I'd pay $20 for it. It'd have to have 100% sell-through rate and be selling for like $60 all day long for me to feel comfortable paying that much for them. So we're gonna leave those behind. Alright, so a nice quality sandals. Not gonna find a lot of those, I don't think, because there's far and few in between. These are cute hiking shoes or sneakers. Converse can sometimes do well if they're super unique. I don't feel like these ones are, but I can give them a Google lens to see. Yeah, they're not like a collaboration or anything like that, so I don't think that they are too special. We're gonna leave this behind. Also curious how much they are charging. Yeah, no. I haven't been to the store in a while, but shoe prices on this are ridiculous and have gone up a ton.
I picked these up, but they feel really lightweight, so it indicates they're cheap.
Yeah, probably also don't want to be looking for heavy leather boots right now, unless they're like a bolo, just because people are looking for like sandals and hiking stuff, things like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good point. These are kind of cool.
So the store, every shoe that I've been interested in, I flipped over to look at the price, and they're all like $15-20 now. They're pricing them up.
I just comped a food processor over there, but had to leave it because they want $20 for it, so I don't know.
Goodwill's pricing us out of their own store. I know they're not made for resellers, but like, come on, our regular shoppers and buyers actually paying this much for some of this stuff? I doubt it.
Adding to the stuff, that's what the food processor is. Probably move it.
This little table's cute.
Yeah, I saw that.
This little stand.
Yeah, I like it.
Here's an example of something that might still be worth it, even though it is like a leather winter boot. These are called the Thursday Boot Company, and they, generally speaking, sell for quite a bit, and these are in pretty decent condition. I think I just need to do some like leather conditioning, so I'm gonna look them up, see if they're still good. If they are still worth it, we will pick them up. I guess let me first turn this over. They didn't price them up. Let's see. Okay, first of all, yay, just sold this Dylan top for about $100, which is awesome. One of my favorite brands to sell. All right, let's go to Google Lens again. Now these are a 5.5, which is a very small size, so I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. And just to narrow down the search results, I'm going to add the Thursday boots. Okay, it looks like these are called the Duchess Chelsea boot. You can see they retail for quite a bit. One thing I also like looking at, and I don't do this with everything, but if you can find them still on the website, that means that they are, you know, a newer modern style, which is a good sign. You can also see that right here, they are rated very highly too, which is another good sign. So I'm going to screenshot this. Let's go to eBay. Thursday boot, Duchess, 5.5, because size is going to play a big role because it is a smaller size. We're going to go to used, 171 available, or sorry, 178. Oh, that's not a good sign. Okay, unfortunately, going to put these behind, but you know what, I bet if we would have caught these about 3 months ago, I would have gotten them, because I just recently, like a few months ago, picked these up and sold a pair for good money, but the seasons change. I feel like this overpricing is a good lesson for all resellers too, because if you were doing this in your own store where you are pricing things like way too high, you're pricing your customers out of being able to buy those items and they're really discouraged. I mean, it's the same thing that's happening to us at thrift stores, so something to keep in mind. These are just a pair of Fila's, but they're kind of on trend. They got that chunky heel, which everybody loves right now. They're kind of wacky, they're kind of unique, and they feel brand new. So I'm gonna lens these. They do want $17 for them, but we'll see. All right, looks like it's called the Renault Generation Mid. I'm gonna click into this, which again is another good sign that possibly it is a newer style. That, however, is not a good sign. Oh, okay, final sale. I was gonna say, if something is listed for $40 on sale and somebody can get it brand new, they're probably not gonna be paying those prices online, you know what I mean? These are going back. I actually tried them on. These are just not really my style, but I was like, you know what? They might be okay for like walking. I mean, they literally feel brand new, but they're not made to be athletic. They are made, from what I can tell online, just as a fashion shoe, so not gonna be able to save these today. Gonna put it back. Alright, shoes are a no-go, so I'm gonna move on to another category that I really like picking up in spring and summer, which are the dresses. After a while, you kind of learn after so many years of reselling, like what styles typically do well in spring and summer and what you can like rely on. Now, obviously things do change, but like viscose, midi length texture is something I can normally rely on for sure. And I found a Lululemon lemon kind of modern t-shirt, but has some deodorant marks, and this is probably only going to sell for $25 anyway, so I think I'm going to leave it behind. Reselling has gotten so hard, you guys. I feel like if you don't know like what you are doing to a T, like you're going to get left behind because there's so much competition out there. You gotta know what's trending. You gotta know what to look for. I feel like everything is very brand specific, or it's got to be very style based and very, very rare. So you either have to find like a really trendy new Lululemon piece, or you know, all those athletic wear brands that are doing well right now in season. And if you can't, then you have to rely on style. And you have to know all those trending cores and everything that is going well right now. And that's really hard for everyone to keep up with. Since I'm not having much luck finding any like really good brands here today, but I do know that cargo pants, because of the Y2K and like streetwear and gorecore style, are doing really well. That I feel like that is a category that I can rely on. But if you don't know that and you're not finding the brands that are selling well, then it's really hard to find items that are going to sell for you. It makes sourcing really hard. And that's why I'm really happy that in the Reseller's Edge group, not only am I teaching people, but other people are sharing their experiences as well. And we've got some people in the group that are very experienced in figuring out what trends are doing well right now. What brands are trending, and keeping up to date on all of those topics, and really helping me out so that I don't have to rely on brands too when sourcing times are tough, which I feel like they are right now. Things have just gotten really, really hard in terms of sourcing, and I know you guys have to be feeling it too, but I really feel like I have no other choice than to do the new color method because I have to get to more places because there are less and less items at each store. So I've got to move quickly to try and find all of the pieces that are in one store so I can get to another location. Not only what to get, but also what I can quickly skip over. And I feel like that takes a lot of practice to do, but how you see me guys moving through the thrift store right now, like I was not able to do this a couple of years ago. I would have been going through every single hanger, and this probably would have been the only store I would have gotten to. And like I said, I just don't feel like I can do that anymore. Not at my location, at least. I gotta keep moving. I've got to keep looking at the new items and get to more places. You also know things like this brand performs really well in plus sizes, but not in a size medium petite. So you have to know to skip those and not pick up things that are not going to sell. Also have to know, like, okay, a month ago jackets were comping really well, but now I know that people are not really buying jackets. So unless it is a very, very desirable brand and style, oh my gosh, that is so cute, that I'm probably going to be blazing through the jacket section so that I don't waste my time and I can get to more sections that are going to profit me more money in the season that I'm in. Probably been here for about 10 to 15 minutes, and I've been through the entire women's section and the women's shoes. I'm going to check in the men's department. So far I've found zilch, 0 items, and go check in the men's department, see if he found anything. If not, we are going to get out of here because it's not profitable here, and going to go to the next store and hopefully find some other stuff. What is that?
It's a jean jacket that I'm going to try on to replace the one that we got in Los Angeles like 7 years ago that's too small for me.
You still have that?
No, I gave it away, but it's too small for me. Also, maybe you can use this as an opportunity to teach me something and go over something with your viewers.
Sure. First lesson is, I'm pretty sure this is a women's jacket, so you know, because of the way the buttons are going, I think it might be women's. So you can try it on, but it might not fit you.
But my question wasn't about this. I just picked this up. My question was about this. Because I did a comp on these.
Okay.
And the comps never, like, it doesn't pull any results up. See, look, no results found. And then
You're being way too specific is why. I would take out vintage because I'm not 100% sure that it is vintage. Denim.
I'm being too specific, huh?
Shirt. Well, you're being specific in the wrong ways. Did we put the size in there?
No.
That's all right. Hit filter. You should be able to filter the size here, which eBay search has been messed up anyway, so I've been feeling like the filters have been pretty helpful. So, okay, you got 57 results.
Yeah, still no.
Yeah. See how all those are long sleeve though? That tells me that's
all of them. Look,
all of them except for these ones.
this exact one over here.
That's not the exact one. That's green. That looks like it might be nylon. Oh.
Yeah. That's why I didn't want to like mess the comp up because there are 3 of them.
Yeah, but they're only going for less than
Yeah.
20 bucks, so probably not worth it anyways. If they were a size extra large, however, they might have a better sell-through rate.
Oh, that's a good point. So you think this is a women's?
It kind of looks like it because it looks a little bit croppy, and this isn't true for everything, but I feel like Old Navy does follow where the buttons are going the women's direction. Try it on.
I'll try on women's clothes.
Would you please tell Daryl that this is not a woman's suit?
Oh my God, that's a woman's suit.
Try it on. I don't know, the sleeves look like they might be long enough.
The sweater is definitely bunched up right here.
I think it looks a little bit too croppy.
Too croppy?
Like, see how it like is kind of short?
Yeah.
I feel like if it were men's, it'd probably be a little bit longer.
I don't know.
You look nice in it.
Thanks. I think I think the essence of a jean jacket is supposed to break right here. Like it's not a long wearing jacket.
Well, you want to take off your sweater and try it on?
Sure. Let's get crazy in the store.
There might be a style number. There is. How about I look this up for you and we'll see if it's men's or women's.
Okay.
After a lens, a style lookup, and him trying it on without the sweater, we still cannot determine if it is men's or women's, but the sleeves are too short on him anyways because he has long arms, so we're gonna leave it behind. All over an Old Navy jacket. Is a lot of fair Bradley. Say that again?
We did not get one single thing.
Weird, right?
It's crazy.
I don't think that's happened in a very long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. We can usually find at least 2 items.
Yeah. So we're leaving with nothing, but we would rather leave with nothing than with items that are not going to sell, right?
Right.
On to the next. All right. Store number 2. Let's hope we find at least one item. Oh no. What is this?
Well, this is a Magnavox DVD VHS combo. It's got a 200% sell-through rate. I've never seen any of them go for lower than $50. The store's asking $6.99. I've seen some of them go for $120. So as long as I can safely and securely ship this, it's a home run for me.
Do you know if it works?
I did. I had the employee point out the outlet for me, which is over here. I plugged it in and everything fires up, that's the best that I can do in the store. I won't really know if the heads and the VCR work until I take it home and pop a VHS tape in, but the DVD tray opened and closed correctly, so I'm hopeful.
200%, huh? Is it specifically that brand that does well? I mean, I know these in general can do well, but is that brand supposed to be like a better brand?
Magnavox?
Yeah.
It's a good brand.
I'm screaming inside.
I know you are. But if this is like the only thing we can do today. For some reason, whenever I walk into a thrift store and I see that their clothes are color coded, I always think that I'm not going to find anything good for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, so these ones now, look, they have the date.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
So as long, this is like this week, so it's probably yellow.
Oh, that's a good call.
But we haven't been here in a while, so even though I focus on the new color, if something catches my eye, I still look it up.
Look at all those coats with the fur collar.
Oh no. Oh, there's a large, probably not big enough.
Okay, let's do another try on.
Joe's really into the mob wife aesthetic.
I really am.
He wants to be a mob wife.
I'm a huge Sopranos fan. I would make Tony Soprano a sandwich. And...
What do they call it? Is it?
What are you doing over there? What are you doing over there?
It looks too small.
Does it?
Do you like it? Maybe it's not too small. Does it feel tight?
No, not really. Watch.
Okay.
What do you think?
Does the zipper work?
Oh man, this is like a mob coat because look how long it is.
Let me get out of the way here. What if it was a woman's coat again?
Kaylee, why do you keep giving me women's clothing?
I didn't give it to you. This has a belt loop that's missing. That's not women's. That's definitely men's because that's a large and you normally wear an XL.
Yeah.
Come over here. This music's gonna be
A problem for you.
Yeah. There's a mirror over there. Go check it out. He's dying. I don't know if they could hear, but he said, oh, I look way, way worse. I don't think it looks terrible, but it is...
It is going to be summer.
You're not probably going to be wearing that.
This is... I'm going to blame it on the weather change. Because I'm fascinated by these fur collars.
Surprisingly, after he said he wanted a jacket like that, literally every dude everywhere has been wearing one. Like, it's fashionable. So I don't know if they still call that mob wife aesthetic or if they call that, like, just mob life aesthetic.
That's exactly what I thought you were saying for the longest time, mob life.
Oh. Well, I feel like a couple months ago this would have been a really great pickup. Banana Republic Heritage Collection, which goes for more. It's like a puffer. I think it might be, I don't know if it's made out of down or just polyester, but kind of like a workwear looking coat, attached hood. That would have been really good. Every year these Under Armour men's golf pants do really well. I just checked the sell-through rate on them. It has started to go up, but they're only selling for like $20. And these are $5.99, so I don't think that's worth it. I'm gonna leave it behind. And then down here I found potential gold. I'm about to look it up. Reebok men's size large full tearaway pant. And it's like a satin finish. Let's see. After the research, I think I'm actually going to leave these behind. If these were Nike or Adidas, they might do a little bit better, but I think the Reebok is throwing it off a little bit. But yeah, these full snap-down pants might be something to look for. Again, Uggs, but I don't know. This was a very popular style for the past couple of years. It's one of their short boots. They went $12.99. It's only got a 50% sell-through rate now, and they're only going for like $35. Found one item, a Jane Ashley vintage tapestry jacket. Horse, super unique. Again, if you can't find the brands, find stuff that is super unique, out of the ordinary, that are going to catch people's eye. I feel like this is also very on trend with the Western Aztec theme.
Give me more women's clothing.
It's a vintage JCPenney. I want to say it's like 80s, maybe older dress, but it's gorgeous and it's in great condition.
Wow, this is pretty.
And then I really wanted to get this, not for me, but this wedding dress over here seems to have a decent sell-through rate, but it is selling very high and it's gorgeous. However, this bead thing right here is falling off and I cannot get it to like tie so that the problem stops happening, and I'm worried if I get it, more beads will keep falling off. So it is very stunning, but not a project that I want to deal with. All right.
How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Doing fine.
Are you guys taking down the half off colors?
What do you mean?
I just saw people going through the racks and putting stuff in the cart and wheeling back.
They're taking old stuff and retag it or give it to somebody else.
So not necessarily
And
the
bring it
half
back.
off color.
No.
I just noticed a lot of Goodwills seem to be taking down the half off
I
colors.
understand, honey.
And I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, we try to rotate our stock, especially if we get something that's real tight on the rack. We'll take a lot of stuff off. Yep. All right, kiddo. $17.06.
From Project Veritas.
Oh, Veritas.
That guy.
I feel like he got really defensive.
He did, because you were sleuthing.
Well, first of all, I know they're lying because we have noticed it at many different Goodwill locations that they have been taking down the colors that are supposed to be half off, even on the days that it switches, and like taking them to the back and getting them retagged, like he said, retagged, or they get sent somewhere else. And he claims it's not necessarily the half off color, that it's the older stock, but like what are half off colors other than older stock? Like if you look in the store, or maybe you guys will notice in some of the footage I got, but almost every single aisle is all the 2 newest colors. Like there was hardly any, I think it was blue and red, hardly any. And the ones that did have it were aisles they hadn't gone through yet, and they had cart like toppled over. So it's just kind of frustrating. I kind of feel like Goodwill is taking major advantage of people, and like
Taking advantage of people's goodwill.
Yeah. Well, like, I mean, it's their business. They can do what they want. But I don't think they're going to get a lot of customers that way. And not only are resellers noticing, but customers are as well, because every single time I go into a Goodwill, I hear people complaining about the prices, including myself, but like regular shoppers as well. And it's just like, what, like, at what point do they realize like it's not making them any more sales? But I don't know, Goodwill used to be one of my absolute favorite thrift stores. I like them because pricing was consistent. That was the main reason I like going to them. But now it seems like they're acting like everywhere else, where they're pricing so much stuff up that there isn't consistent pricing. So I don't know, I might have to rethink some of my routes because it's a little bit frustrating. All right, let's go get lunch and feel better about it.
All right.
So lunch made us feel slightly this much better about it. And then I got to thinking about it, and I was like, if they are claiming that the reason that they're taking the items, the old items, down so that they can make room for new product, but in the same breath they're telling us that they're re-tagging the old items with new color labels, like, does that make sense to anybody? Anyways, if you've been noticing this at your Goodwill, drop a comment down below, because we've been noticing it everywhere, and I've seen some people online on some of the reseller forums and also groups that I'm a part of on Facebook say similar stuff that they're noticing as well. Yeah, we're gonna hit 1, maybe 2 more stores and see if we can find anything else. But honestly, sometimes you just have days like this. First things first, the store would literally put me in jail if they could for coming anywhere close to the new racks. So you just kind of have to peek, like this one right here, and see what the color even is, but there is no touching. So the shoes have a pair of Goodwill men's shoes. This is a really good brand if you guys find them in boots. This one's just like a slip-on loafer, but it does have that hard toe. Lots of scuffing, but sometimes I can sell this stuff even with the scuffing, so I am going to look these up really quick. A 50% sell-through rate. They do only want $4.99 though for them. But with all the scuffing, I think I'm going to leave those behind. So in the men's, we have Merrill, which is a great outdoors wear brand in shoes. This is a pair of men's, very close to being new. Looks like they've only been worn once or twice. Pair of men's shoes, and they're the same size as those Red Wings, so I think they might be from the same person. One thing that's great about Merrell's is it says the style right here. So they're called the World Summit. I'm gonna look these up and see if they are worth getting. This corner of my eye, mainly because it has a little logo here, they want $12.99 for it, which is kind of pricey. But I just learned about a new leatherwear brand that actually has 100% sell-through rate. So $12.99, I think I can get 40 to 50 for it, and it's a really great color. So I'm going to pick that up. All right, this is kind of more bread and butter, but we are desperate here, and we need some high sell-through rate items. This is a Lamb's End plus size rash guard. They only want $4.99 for it. And these have performed very well for me in the past, and it looks like the sell-through rate has gone back up in the last month. So I am going to grab this one, 5 into 25. Used to be my like go-to Knox Rose larger size midi length dresses. They want $5.99 for this. It is super cute. It's midi length, but comps look really bad for this right now. So I'm gonna continue checking out, see if it goes up over the next month as it gets warmer. But so far, it doesn't look like it's gonna be a bolo this year. I want you guys to guess what brand this jumpsuit is. It's like a wide leg, slouchy kind of drop crotch one. Take a guess, because I couldn't believe it. LuLaRoe, so strange. I looked it up, it was not good, but super duper cute. Apparently this is a pretty high-end designer, Anna Molinari. Not great comps on Sol 3 and pretty plain dress, but if I found something better, it might be worth getting. It's definitely a Talbot's dress, even though it's not plus size. I would definitely get because it's new with tags, bright multicolor, very thick feeling, but they want $26 for it, so I'm gonna say no, but look at the retail. Gorgeous dress. All right, so we're about to head out. We're leaving with just a few pieces and gonna hit one more place.
Came out with like a...
Oh look, they're taking the half off colors.
You gonna confront them?
Maybe. On the new rack here, looking at the new colors, there is a Polo Ralph Lauren custom fit big pony, big logo one, color blocking, which is pretty good, except it has a little bit of armpit staining. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but I'm gonna leave it behind because of that, because it's probably only gonna go for like $30. That's just not worth it. Here's a designer item I found on the rack as well. It's Amanda Richard. However, sell-through rate is very, very low, and I don't think it's a desirable enough style to go ahead and get, but cool piece. Alright, there were two new racks. I only ended up keeping this soft surroundings, women's new with tags, pair of pants. They're kind of cargo-y and on trend, and because they're new with tags, I'm gonna grab. Yeah, you see it says double L right here. Usually if LL Bean has a specific style name on it and it's vintage, it's usually good, but obviously always look it up.
Sad.
Putting that back because we can't find enough evidence in it, but I have had some stuff that has performed really well. These are cute. Alright guys, I'm gonna finish up this video because I have a lot of people around me. Got this Wanakoma women's hoodie. A little pilling on this, but it's a unique color, size large. Good brand to pick up on women's hoodies. I would say that should sell for around $35 to $40. Savannah Jane, good in plus sizes, 2X. Embroidered top. This should sell for about $25. This I got off of Factor Stacking. Here's the brand, but I wouldn't memorize that. It's just a velvet silk burnout plus size top. Should sell for about $35. Also got this Lulu's new with tags, size medium, satiny maxi dress, nice green color. One of these greens have been really popular, so I thought it would do well. And that's it. And I already showed you guys the soft surroundings, but I'm gonna get off here because there's so many people around. That is all we found today. Some days are like that, but we still got some good stuff and we had a good time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.